Thank you for the opportunity to share our findings. As background, the How Advertising Works Today study was released in 2016. At that time, many were surprised by the strong performance of traditional media, especially television. It suggested that television retained much of its historic power to move markets, and that based on this, advertisers should consider adding back traditional media. But how could this be? With channel fragmentation, time shifting, simultaneous use of devices, and other factors, is TV really as strong as it has been in the past? To answer this, MASB worked with members MSW Research and Nielsen Research. They provided consistent brand preference shift, as specific GRPs, and sales data spanning 3 decades. This enabled a deep dive contrasting the effectiveness of television over that time on an apples-to-apples metric basis. Both the strength of the TV ad format, aka the 30-second video ad, and the selling power delivery and market were explored. An analysis of effective frequency across media channels was also completed, but for time considerations, we won't cover that today. With that, I will hand it over to Doug to present some of the key findings.
Thanks, Frank. To address the first research question, average category switching and average CC persuasion level were computed for each of 4 time periods using the MSW copy testing database. Category switching is a measure of brand loyalty, and as the chart shows, there has been a slight downward trend in switching, which is indicative of increased brand loyalty. Based on this, it would be expected that television advertising would have become less able to switch consumers. However, this was not the case. Over time, the average gain in brand preference produced by a single incidental exposure to a television ad has remained remarkably stable over the decades. There has been no erosion in the average selling power of a single 30-second ad. Next, we turn to the in-market delivery of a television ad's selling power. MSW research studies beginning in the 1980s have shown that as an ad delivers its selling power to market, it wears out. Specifically, the ad's ability to generate brand preference declines. CC persuasion levels measured through copy testing after an ad has aired are consistently lower than pre-airing levels. This wear-out phenomenon is also seen in diminishing returns in sales results over time. However, wear-out should actually be seen as a good thing, as it indicates the ad's selling power is being delivered to market. Furthermore, research first published in the JAR in 1987 demonstrates the amount of wear-out in an ad's selling power can be predicted by the number of GRPs spent behind a specific advertisement following an exponential curve of diminishing returns. Similar studies conducted in 1998 and 2014 reveal a trend toward a slower rate of delivery of selling power. The curve has shifted to the right. Specifically, it now takes approximately 25% more GRPs than in the 1980s to deliver half of the selling power of a television advertisement. This slower rate of delivery of an ad selling power is offset by an increase in the number of households in the United States. Census data indicates a 45% increase in the number of U.S. households over the same time period. Hence, each rating point now represents more households, thereby effectively mitigating the decline in ad delivery rate in absolute terms. And now Dave Stewart will provide a quick summary and a case study.
Well, thank you, Doug. Let me briefly summarize the key insights of our article. First, on a single quality exposure basis, the television ad format is as effective now as it was in the 1980s. The rate of delivery of ad selling power per gross rating point has slowed somewhat, requiring approximately 25% more GRPs to deliver the same power to market as it did in the 1980s. However, more than mitigating this decline, the number of U.S. households has increased by 45%. Thus, despite a potential increase in distracted viewing, television advertising still maintains an effective frequency profile that is comparable to other media channels, including digital. Predictive rating points predict the sales impact of advertising in a simple way. It is simple to mathematically combine ads preference changing power with GRPs to create PRPs. This is highly predictive of sales, and this has tremendous implications for improved ROI. There's a case study that illustrates this. This case study involved a major food brand measured all television ads for 4 brands over a 12-month period. The results were compared to the market mix modeling calculation of ROIs. The goal of the research was to implement a system for allocating TV media weight based on the unique value of each ad in the portfolio for only as long as the ads were working. And as you can see in the chart, using PRPs to optimize allocations, there was great success in terms of optimization. And this exercise was confirmed using marketing mix modeling. Even a 50% optimization yielded a 21% improvement in volume impacted, or a $4.9 million increase in a quarter for the same media spend. And with that, I'd like to turn the screen back over to Frank to complete our presentation.
Thank you, Dave. We would like to end with a case study provided by ESPN, as it points out the benefit of moving beyond individual platform to cross-platform effectiveness management. In addition to its ability to build preference and awareness on its own, television is synergistic with other media. This synergy moves in multiple directions. For example, TV can drive a significant portion of earned media online, as can online media drive people to watch particular programming. And because of its reach and richness of advertising format, it serves as the baseline for awareness. Finally, each platform has its own characteristics of the speed and potential, which strongly suggest benefits to using and managing them collectively. With the release of unified GRPs and holistic ad measurement systems, it will soon be possible to extend PRPs beyond television to cross-media optimization. 3 things we hope you take away from this work is that while not quite as vigorous as in its heyday, television still had tremendous power to move markets. A brand wanting to build its value must build brand preference. And augmenting GRPs with PRPs is an effective way to do this, now for TV and for all media in the future.